Okay, everybody loves dogs, right?
Yeah.
Right. But did you know it's actually pretty easy to train a dog? Dog training is a never-ending process of evolving. This is a quote by one of the world's most famous dog trainers, Ivan Babylon. What Babylon means by this is that there is always a different way to train a dog, occurring all the time, and everything is constantly changing to the point that every trainer has a different way they train dogs for the same exact thing. Everything there is to know about dog training is thanks to Babylon, because he has described all his secrets to training dogs to us. Teaching your dog to obey certain commands is important. While many commands are simply for fun, like play dead, speak, or roll over, other commands are essential for getting along in a world full of humans and other dogs. Having a dog is sort of like being a parent, because you are always having to watch your dog while outside. You are also having to feed, bathe, water, and care for them, always, just like a child. You do not have to be an expert to get a dog to behave. Your own personal dog would already love and trust you, so teaching them new commands, all one needs to do is choose what method to use. Either the aversive-based method or the reward-based method. There are certain commands that owners of dogs like to teach their dogs. The ones that are just for fun are such as play dead, speak, or roll over. There are some basic commands that are pretty much essential commands that an owner of a dog should teach their dogs. These commands are ones such as sit, stay, how to walk on a leash, and not to jump on people. There are several ways that dogs are like children. Dogs are just like children in one way, that you always must keep an eye on them to make sure they're not getting into any kinds of trouble. Also, like children, you must keep them fed and watered every day. Lastly, another way a dog is like children is that they must be cared for daily and bathed often to keep them happy and healthy. There are two different methods of training that one can choose from. The first being aversive-based training, which is also known as the discipline training. Aversive-based is when you use positive reinforcement and negative punishment techniques with your dog. This is when the owner uses loud and unpleasant voices towards the dog, physical punishments such as hitting the dog, smacking the dog, or any kind of physical abuse. And if they don't listen when they yell, when they don't listen what they command them to do, this is typically when this method is used. The con to using aversive-based methods is the dog will do anything you ask in fear of being hurt, not because it wants to. The second method one can use to train their dog is reward-based method. Reward-based methods use rewards only for the behaviors that you want your dogs to follow. Using rewards such as treats, belly rubs, or any other dog-pleasing action to get the dog to do whatever you want them to do. The con to using reward-based method is the dog will always expect a reward every time. We've talked about different commands to teach a dog, whether it is a fun command or an essential command that they may need. We discussed the ways that dogs and children are alike by the way we must care for both children and dogs. Aversive-based method is one of the methods used to train a dog that we have talked about. Reward-based method is the second method that we have talked about. Between these two, most people like to choose the reward-based method because it doesn't involve actually hitting the dog and they aren't scared of it.